back pre-COVID, we were handing these drawings out. Now we project everything up there. We have a lot of cases tonight. We have 16 that we have to hear. With that said, it appears that many of them, the staff has no concern with. So we're gonna go through those pretty quickly, okay, fellow commissioners? So we'll go through those pretty quickly. There are gonna be some issues we need to discuss. If there's anything that we need to, we're not gonna do any redesigning. We might give you instructions and you may have to come to the next meeting. I don't see anything really thick here. When I call a case, I'll be reading comments that are given to us by the village staff, okay? We take those comments into our consideration when we're rendering our decisions and having our discussion. With that said, anybody who's going to speak tonight and present a case in front of us, please stand up now and be sworn in. And raise your right hand. If there's a neighbor who was given notice and they plan on speaking, they should also, okay? Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Yes. Okay, great. So before we begin, I need somebody to make a motion to approve the minutes from the July meeting.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
Motion, okay, anybody second?
Second.
All in favor? Aye, so passed. Okay, I'm gonna call this case even though the petitioner is asked to withdraw. I don't know, if the request is withdrawn, I don't think I really need to call it, Matt. I'm gonna move on to the next one.
Yeah, just continue.
Sure. Case 2021-043A at 7411 Costner Avenue, Yokohama Sawa. And the village comments are, and if your case is called, please come up to the podium to speak. I apologize. I was traveling the last couple of meetings, so I'm a little out of practice, but I'm good at getting the meetings done quickly. Staff comments are, as discussed at the July meeting, the addition was built without permit. That's never good. And doesn't meet setback requirements. As shown on the plan, the applicant will need to cut down the overhang. As noted on the plan, the applicant is proposing to replace painted plywood with hardy board siding. I understand you came before the commission here last month?
Correct.
Okay. Tom, you were probably here, so you.
Yes.
And I'm sure the rest of you were. So, what changes?
So the issue was, Mike, that the addition was built with, too close to the property line, is damn near on it. The eave was actually encroaching on the property line, and the siding material was listed as plywood, perhaps painted plywood. So, sir, you've cut the back, you've cut it back?
No, I have to, get permit to do that.
Okay, but your drawings show that you are within the, or outside of the 3-foot setback, inside of,
No, they told me don't touch it till you get permit.
but the drawings show,
Your intent is to correct it?
you're
Is that
gonna
what-
make it right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, I gotta make everything.
Right, and what's the siding material now?
Peter, you want to look? Oh, you want those?
Show it to us. So what is it, hardy board? Why don't you come up here if you can communicate? We're trying to, we have a lot of cases, so.
So here is the spec of the siding. It's a 4x8 siding board, painted siding board, and you do request hardy board, which we're going to do. So basically, we're gonna remove all the siding and put the hardy board.
Is that the old or the new?
This is the existing one on the structure.
Right, so you're gonna put up hardy board?
Yeah,
That's what I asked
exactly. Hardy
5
board.
sentences ago. Okay, so, and that's the revised drawing?
Yes.
Okay. And that drawing, you're saying is complying with the direction of the last meeting?
Yes.
Okay. Anybody want to make a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve the project based on the plans that are
Resubmitted.
submitted with 5-inch exposure, hardy horizontal siding.
Anybody second?
Second.
All in favor? Aye. So passed. Okay, good luck.
Thank you.
If you ever do another project here, always get a permit. Otherwise,
First
gonna be
time I
bad.
did it, the guy, he did,
you're not the only one. It's happened before, but your fix is cheap compared to what we've made people do. You're welcome. Case number 2021-049A, 8445 Latrobe Avenue, Sarah and Brian Klangett. It's a second floor addition. Tom, you want to read that or you want me to? I don't care, I'll read it.
I'm happy to read it, Mike. Staff has no concern. with the design, but we noted the lack of window symmetry.
Sir, you are?
My name is Sam King. I'm the architect of record.
Okay. Is this, we're dropping something on top, or is it
Yes, the
top
rear,
and the rear?
correct, towards the rear of the house.
Uh-huh.
We're adding some bedrooms upstairs
Okay,
and a bathroom.
so that's the front elevation. Let's take a look at the sides and the other thing, Matt. Okay. Okay,
So I presume the elevation without any windows is a privacy wall of some sort?
The rear elevation has no window facing the garage,
Of
the alley
course,
side.
the beds are gonna back up to or something?
Right.
Okay. And the front elevation, I presume that's where the symmetry comment comes from.
Correct.
Yeah, it looks a little awkward.
Is there a reason why you're going with a, kind of a,
Well, it's the functions of the room, so we could make it symmetrical. The window on the right side in the front is a shower, so we don't want to have a full-size window there. But we could make the left one similar size as the one on the right, so that it's symmetrical. That's the only way to do it. The one on the left is a bedroom. We already have a window on the side for escape egress window, so that could be adjusted to make it more symmetrical.
What's in between the two windows?
There's a staircase and a closet.
can I see this side elevation? The next one there. I mean, it's pretty far back.
Yeah, if you look at
I
the-
really don't think that there's any
Yeah.
issue with it as drawn, so.
Agreed.
It's so far back that, of course, two-dimensionally, it looks
Yeah?
Right.
awkward, but it's.
We have a perspective view from the
Yeah,
street. You
no,
can't
no,
even
that's
see
fine.
it, really.
It's two-thirds of the way
Yeah,
back. I
right.
think it's probably fine. Does anybody disagree with that?
I'm okay.
Okay, good. All right. Make a motion.
I make a motion, the certificate of appropriateness to be granted for case number 2021-049A 8445, Laterally Avenue, as presented.
Anybody second?
Second.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? No opposed, so pass. All right, thank you.
I got the next one, too.
You got the next one too?
Yeah.
Case 2021-050A, 5020 Wright Terrace, Lillian Michael Calder, second floor addition.
Staff has no concern with the design.
Let's take a look.
So there's an existing second floor addition done, I'm not sure what day it was, but the owner wants to add in the front another bedroom for the expanding family. So on the left side, you'll see that addition. in
It's
fr-
just that little one,
On the left side, yes. It's bumped out about,
is that to the rear of the house?
no, that's the front, towards
Okay.
the front. There's an existing rear addition on the back.
Okay, I get it.
Can you go back to the perspective, Matt, at the very beginning?
So it's adding on to an existing addition, second floor addition.
Correct, and it's about 14.5 feet forward of the existing second floor. And it's half to the ridge line of the existing one-story house.
Yeah, the staff doesn't have any issue, I don't have any issues. Again, it's another one of those conditions where it's so far back from the face of, front of the house that,
Correct, that view of it on the left side is, about 10 foot above, so if your eye level's at 5 foot, you're not gonna really see much of it.
It actually improves the
Yes.
existing.
exactly. All right, go ahead, Joe.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Second.
Go, sorry.
Make reference to the case number.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah, okay, I gotta go through, okay. I make a motion that the certificate of appropriateness be granted for case number, oh, good grief. This is Wright Terrace,
Yep.
2021-050A.
I second.
Period.
all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? No opposed, so passed. All right, congratulations.
Thank you.
You can go home. Case 2021-051A at 9524 Lincolnwood Drive, Maureen Sweeney and Corinne Kowecki. First floor addition.
Staff has no concern with the design.
Okay, Mark.
Good evening.
Fire away, Matt. You're getting pretty good at this, Matt.
Oh, we'll see.
Did I just hex you?
Yep.
This is just on the first floor?
It's on the first floor, it's on the back.
In the rear?
Yeah, as you look at the back, over to the left, the rectangle you see is an existing garage, so our addition is essentially creating a courtyard. We're kind of continuing what has already started from an addition that was done decades ago.
Got it. Matching all existing materials?
Yes.
Anybody have any issues? All right, somebody make a motion.
Sure, I move that a certificate of appropriateness be granted in case number 2021-051A at 9524 Lincolnwood Drive as presented.
Anybody second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Anybody opposed? No opposed, so passed. Next case is also yours, 2021-052A at 3723 Arcadia Street, Conyers and Margaret Ransom.
Staff note-
First floor addition, I
Sorry,
apologize.
Staff noted that the addition is in the middle of the backyard, and shifting it toward Arcadia would be less disruptive to the backyard space.
The position, yeah. There. The house right now is, let's say, the letter I, and we're sort of making it the letter T. The position of the addition is critical to existing windows. To the right of that addition, as you look at this plan, are major kitchen windows in the existing house. To the left of that are major dining room windows. It's a huge yard, so, yeah, we could have all of the yard to one side of that, but we would have to do major remodeling of the interior because it would affect very important windows in the house.
Yeah, they're just making a comment. I don't think they're opposed, they're just bringing it up to our attention, which is quite
Okay.
obvious when we look at it, but.
Right,
Are you matching all existing materials?
we are,
Okay, it's all brick and, or whatever
that's right.
that is. Anybody care? Okay. Arshana, why don't you hit it,
Yeah.
dial it up?
I make a motion that certificate of appropriateness be granted for case number 2021-052A located at 3723 Arcadia Street as presented.
Anybody second?
Second.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? No opposed, so pass.
Thank you.
Again, congratulations, you can go home. Case 2021-053A at 8128 Crawford, Jennifer Hayes, second floor addition.
Staff noted that the lack of windows on the rear and side elevations.
You are, sir?
Jim Walsh, the
Okay.
contractor.
Great.
Hey, Tom.
How are you?
All right.
Good on you.
Okay. So it's, I mean, obviously we see the addition, right? It's, go back to the other drawing, Matt, right there, it's fine. Just take us through the window thinking here and,
The left side, where I guess there's no window, is over the stairwell on the, under the skylight area.
I just having a hard time which is the front elevation?
The front is this,
You can go up
this
to this.
top right.
Okay, that's the front of the house?
Yes,
Okay,
the
so
front.
that looks fine.
Yeah,
And then
that is
and then on each of the other sides, you have just a singular window.
correct.
Okay, is there a reason we're so singular?
I
As
think
a-
they didn't want one in the bathroom, was one of the issues.
None at all?
Well, we had a skylight instead, so there's skylights on the top. But we could add some.
Sure, you're the contractor. I mean, so on the top left, the bathroom's over on the left side there?
That's correct.
Yeah, I mean, I'd put in, those are small enough windows that,
I understand, I'm sorry, I'm
Go
gonna
ahead.
should jump in. I understand what you're doing, it's a mudroom and it's a bathroom and,
Yeah. Yeah.
so, but it's, you know, the fact is you could, like, double up the mudroom window
Sure,
and it would lessen the impact of the blank wall.
okay.
You know, whether you want a bath, you know, natural light in the bathroom is, seems like it would be a nice choice. But I don't know if it really adds anything if you double the mudroom window.
Right.
It would just create a little bit more uniform wall. What does that wall face?
Joe, which elevation are you speaking of?
I'm talking about the lower right.
Lower
which
right?
would be-
Okay.
Yeah, it's called the, it's kind of the most bleak of the,
Okay.
to use a word. It's the
It's
the
over-
right elevation.
Yeah. So that is the right side. We have a porch that we're adding on the front, on that bottom. So we got roof intersecting the side of the addition, and then it's a flat roof in the back of the existing house. But it's just a side yard.
It's not a corner lot, it's
No,
just a,
not. Yeah. Just a side yard.
yeah.
All right, Joe, you take the motion here and drop in.
Okay, I make a motion that a certificate of appropriateness be granted for case number, here we go. Which one was this? No, this was Crawford.
It was
Yes.
53A.
2021-53A, with the, with an additional, or an expanded window in the mudroom.
Yep.
Anybody second?
Second.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? No opposed, so passed.
Thank you very
Go
much.
sell them some windows.
I will.
All right, case 2021-054A, is this you again,
I
Jim?
think it
Okay,
is,
yeah,
yeah.
55 Salem Lane.
Yeah.
Juan Vickers and Isabel Machado.
Yes.
First floor addition. Go ahead, Tom.
Staff noted the placement of second floor windows relative to first floor windows on the rear elevation.
Are you guys the homeowners?
Yeah.
Okay, great. I did forget to mention, everybody, I'm sorry, just to get, on the residential cases, neighbors on either side of the property, they get, and there is public notice. If there are any such neighbors, you're welcome to come up when a case is called if you want to weigh in. I'm sorry about that. Go ahead.
Oh, so just sort of the alignment of the windows between the first and second floor is what you guys were asking about?
I think they're saying that the second floor windows relative to the first floor windows on the rear elevation, so it's at that's the bottom right.
Yes,
Now-
the first floor windows are the new ones, right? The second floor ones are existing.
So
So,
the window on the left side,
Again, dimensionally,
Yeah.
I don't see that as a problem.
yeah.
Dimensionally is the wrong thing.
Orientation.
You're 20 feet away from that elevation, and they just noted it, and I don't think it matters. If it was all one single flat plane, and it was facing the front of the house, we'd be more concerned about it. I don't think we're
Right.
concerned about this. Would you guys all agree?
Yes.
I'm okay.
Cool. And that's basically what, we're matching all the same materials, it's brick and what
That
have
is
you.
correct.
Awesome. Anybody?
Yeah, sure. I move that a certificate of appropriateness be granted in case number 2021-054A at 55 Salem Lane as presented.
Anybody second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? No opposed, so passed.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Thank you.
That's another twofer.
Have a great night.
I think that's the last twofer of the night. Case 2021-055A, 55A, 5046 Pratt Avenue, Faith Loy, first floor addition. Tom,
Staff noted there is no door to the deck.
how are you gonna go out on your deck without a door?
We're gonna walk around the side and up the stairs.
All right, let's take a look at it. How you doing, Bob? Been a while.
Yeah, statute of limitations.
Yeah. You got your license back? I'm just kidding.
I looked them up, so.
No, you're in good hands. He's come across many a times. Take us through the
That's it, we're building a home office in the
Okay.
rear yard.
but how are they getting out to the deck?
Walking out the side into the backyard and up the stairs.
Okay, so,
You see, at the very bottom are the stairs. Yeah, exit.
all right, so it's not intended to be a walkout deck.
No.
It's just, it's an outdoor patio. That's a deck. I gotcha.
I've got a comment.
Yeah, go ahead, Joe.
And it's, I mean, it's not offensive as far as appearance and all that stuff, to have a, you know, it's your own decision, to have a deck that you can't access. If you were to put French doors or some type of doors on the back of the office, when you don't wanna have an office in the house anymore, you could actually have a room that's gonna add value. So it's I would strongly consider putting French doors or some type of sliders back there.
Or sliding doors.
It
Whatever,
just,
yeah.
it's, and again, this is more of an observation than, from an appearance standpoint, I don't have,
Right.
you can make your own choices. It's not offensive in any way, it actually looks very nice.
Yeah,
It's just from a livability
I know,
and
that's what I was
from,
thinking too.
But as long as you're building it, it's a new
yeah.
thing, and the incremental cost to go from that window three set to do a slider is
Yeah.
about $500 or something.
Existing, I have a sliding door existing, so I can,
Yeah, so
Well, then
you
it's
guys
great.
work it out.
Then
We'll
we
let you
save
go,
money.
we'll let you
Okay.
go one way or the other, but
okay,
I agree with Joe is that,
Thank you.
and the resale value of this
Okay,
thing would be much worth
okay,
it.
thank you very much for your.
Wait, the official.
So, Joe, why don't you make the motion and then give them the latitude to go slider or windows as
Okay,
shown.
I would make a motion that a certificate of appropriateness be granted for case number 2021-055A with the stipulation that an optional sliding or French doors be in lieu of the 3-pane casement window.
Either or, correct. Anybody second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye, so passed. Thanks,
Thank you.
Joe. Thank you, guys.
very much.
Sure. Case 2021-056A at 5248 Suffield, Daniel Hogan and Catherine Priori, residential second floor addition.
A waiver of the 50% brick requirement is necessary for approval.
Is there any petitioner here going once, twice? Moved past. Let's go to the next case. So they're a no-show. Case number 2021-059A at 9047 Nile Center Road, Leonid Ziskind, first and second floor addition.
Swing door is required.
There's no first and second, it's only addition on the deck.
Are you on, which case are you?
Which address are you?
9047 Nelson.
Okay.
Right, all right, so just wait 1 second. We'll tell you in a minute. And here, stand over here, it'll be easier.
And a
Sorry.
swing door is required. All first floor rear egress cannot be sliding doors.
Okay, so now let's take a look at the drawing, and then we'll hear what you have to say.
So this is an existing improvement,
Mhm.
where they essentially enclosed this first floor. It was kind of an open area, but it was sliding doors. They're keeping the second floor open, so it's just that addition. And it can meet code, but they need a swing door out. You can't just have sliders for your rear egress.
So, sorry for the squeaky chair, you'll have to blame the mayor for that. It's an existing improvement, meaning what? That it was done, not permitted?
Well, yeah, I think it's something that happened over time. Maybe you could explain.
We bought a house like that and we're just adding storage on the deck.
Oh,
No, just the storage.
so, okay, so all you're doing, you're just putting in excuse me, so it was like a second floor deck and you're just enclosing
Right,
what's
right.
underneath? Okay, so there's a code, a building code that says you minimally have to have one swinging door. Your first floor can't all be sliders. That's what they're referring to.
Okay.
Does that make sense to you? To us, appearance-wise, it's fine, but to get a permit, you're gonna have to comply with the code. We're gonna get you passed here tonight, but you're still gonna have to deal with them on the building permit. Does that make sense, Matt, what I'm saying?
Yes,
Okay.
that's exactly right.
So we're gonna approve it for appearance purposes, which is not unusual, and you'll still have to deal with the building department on your permit to make sure you're code compliant with the building codes. You may have to change one set of those sliders to one's an opening and with a fixed door or something.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
So, somebody wanna, Tom, why don't you make that motion?
I do have a quick question.
go ahead, Joe.
You've got two pictures of materials here in the packet. The siding is obvious, it's the siding, but what is is that surface material for?
It's
the
gonna
si-
replace on the porch.
Plywood. The plywood that we have.
So that's
Flooring?
gonna go
Yep,
across
yep,
there, so
yep.
it's like a faux
It's a
stone,
Mhm.
and that's, it's not plywood. It's
No, we
post
had initially.
Oh, it's going on the plywood,
On the
okay.
plywood, yeah,
Thank
that's
you.
what I meant.
That was a question, since it was horizontal on the ground, as the photos.
But even
I was
though
just a
we
little
have
confused.
a door, on, the first level, we still have to have a swinging
You
door.
work that out with them. If,
Yeah.
if you can show them that you've got a swinging door, I'm sure they'll be fine. So, I'm thinking
Got
that
it.
they will be fine. But yeah, I don't know all the innuendo or all the background of your house and all the other stuff, but, okay, so you're gonna get past us tonight,
Thank
and then
so
you
much.
just go deal with them. I presuming you get all the votes. Go ahead, Tom.
Sure, I move that a certificate of appropriateness be granted in case number 2021-059A at 9047 Nile Center Road, provided that the sliding doors, as shown, pass muster with the building department.
Anybody second?
Second.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
So passed. All right, congratulations.
Thank you.
Case number 2021-060A at 7716 Trip.
You've
I
been
can't-
gone too
I
long.
can't, well, I can't, never mind. It's 7716 Trip, Syed at,
Yes.
first and second floor addition. Go ahead, Tom.
Good evening.
A single-story addition was approved in July with the condition that a gable was introduced to the roof line. This is a new proposal which includes a second floor. A waiver of the 50% brick requirement is necessary for approval.
So where were we and where are we? What was approved and what have you changed?
So we were we were planning to do the first floor addition, but since we need to do that gable roofing, so my architect came up with the idea that why don't we do the second floor addition with the existing second floor whatever we have.
Sure. Do we have a photo of what? Go ahead, John.
I'm gonna jump in because
Yeah.
this makes it really easy. 'Cause
Yes, that would help.
This is a fantastic improvement from what was presented last month. Originally, there was a
Flat
shed
roof.
roof
Yes.
that went from the
Oh, okay.
back of the dormer all the way
Okay.
back at a really odd angle, and it was clumsy and it looked like it was gonna cause problems. And the solution that your architect came up with is fantastic.
Yes, that's what he
It's,
told me. Why
it's
don't
very,
you do
very
the
nice.
second floor addition as well?
And you must have won the lottery because it's going to be closer.
Thank you.
Yes.
Okay, then, since you guys all like it so much, Joe, fire away.
All right, I make a motion that a certificate of appropriateness be granted for case 2021-060A as is,
Maybe
as
second?
presented.
Masonry requirement, please.
Yeah, throw them on the waiver. And also, in addition to that motion, we're granting a waiver of the 50% masonry requirement. Anybody second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? No opposed, so passed. Okay, you're good.
Thank you.
You're, sure.
Thank you, good luck.
I'm gonna call this next case and then do a little introduction to it, but I'm recusing myself from any discussion as I'm a member here, but case 2021-057A at 4401 4401 Dempster Street, Evanston Golf Club. Tom, you can read the
Sure,
comments.
staff has no concerns with the design. Staff is determining if site plan review approval is required for the proposal.
So before I turn it over to them, just to be clear, this whole project or whatever they're doing is non-visible to anything on Dempster Street or any other street. That's it, I'll turn it over.
Paddle hut?
Yeah.
Paddle hut.
Yeah.
So, we have a 3-hour presentation prepared for you this evening.
No, you
and
don't.
so-
Now I am gonna jump.
I knew we'd get something. So essentially, we are taking down the old paddle hut, replacing it with a new paddle hut is, can you go to the elevation, please? Yeah. Perfect. And so essentially, what we're trying to do is tie it in with the existing architecture of the clubhouse, which is a historic structure. So going back to the Tudor style, looking at the brick, looking at the Western stick style, and essentially presenting kind of the new venue for the club to replace the existing one that they have. It's probably slightly visible in terms of the top of the gable from Dempster, if anything, but that would mean you would have to pull almost in to see this facility. So would you like us to walk you through kind of the details of this then?
How about the materials, is that, in between the
Stucco
the
and
battens.
stucco and wood
come on.
frame.
Stucco,
Yeah,
got it.
basically matching the
Matching
existing
the
clubhouse.
existing clubhouse, okay.
So, as with all paddle huts, for the most part, 90% of the elevation is going to be glass. So, what you're seeing here is the elevations that are now facing the paddle courts for viewing. And then on the interior, we're going to have a kind of traditional, kind of heavy timber, exposed wood interior. So when you do kind of see through the glass line, you'll be able to kind of see the framing of the roof line and framing of the interior. So, basically picking up on what they currently have and expanding it a little bit more for them.
I'm gonna make one other comment, is that this replaces an existing structure, so this isn't anything new on the property.
Right. Looks fine. Okay, then I will move that a certificate of appropriateness, if required, be granted in case number 2021-0057A at 4401 Dempster Street for a new paddle hut, as presented.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? No opposed, so passed.
Thank you very much.
Thank
You
you.
guys-
I have a process question, not about these guys.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
It kind of, it affects this. It
Take care. Thanks.
doesn't affect this because it's really remote to anything, but do we, as an appearance committee, do we review lighting, or is that part of planning commission?
We have standards in our zoning ordinance.
Right.
Okay.
That address that.
Typically not.
Okay.
Unless the lighting is a significant architectural feature of an elevation.
Yeah, that's,
So if you had, in some instances, Joe, you'll see restaurants where they have the big sconces or.
oh, yeah, no, that was my question,
Right,
was
right.
really not really, it's appearance and what our
Right.
purview is versus
Right.
planning commission and
But not on
ordinance
the
and-
parking lots or anything.
Yeah, okay.
So
Good.
the site plan comment is essentially that we're gonna review the site plan and determine if planning commission needs to review. But in that review, we do look at the lighting and
Okay.
any kind of parking lot lighting or flood lighting or sconces or whatever.
Okay. If we see that there's a light fixture that's just kind of out of line, is that part of our purview?
Yeah,
Right.
we really examine the effect on the neighbors and kind of people driving by. So
Okay.
it may need to be screened or shielded or,
Okay, I was just curious about our.
No,
the-
good
the-
question. Case 2021-0588, 3700 Toohey Avenue, Wendy's, commercial facade.
Staff has no concerns with the design.
Great, thank you. Well, our request is gonna be a lot less interesting than the previous one. We're here tonight just to get approval, basically to paint the exterior of
This,
the building.
this is existing, right?
Yes. All materials, all existing materials are to remain. The only materials we're changing is the signs and the exterior light fixtures. Everything else is existing. We're just repainting it.
The same colors to match, or?
No, it's a whole new design for Wendy's. Wendy's is in the process of re-imaging all their restaurants system-wide. Our colors now are dark bronze and red. That majority of the material, that's dark bronze.
so
It's
these are
currently-
currently beige and kind of a mauve?
It's copper.
Copper.
Yeah, we're getting rid of the copper. We need to get the copper off the building. That's no longer our color. Once
just-
upon a time it was. All our fascias were copper.
Right, so,
We're
so
away from
what
that.
is the material that you're painting on? I can't remember.
It's ephes.
Okay, the whole thing is ephes?
Yeah, the
Okay.
dark bronze. Where the red is, it's a plastic material. It's called AZIC. And then the standing seam roof that's above the red is metal.
Okay.
And we're painting that. It's currently copper. We're painting it dark bronze.
I think it's fine, staff doesn't have any
Yeah,
issues,
looks
it's
fine.
all conforming on the sign, so.
And we're also, I know it doesn't affect tonight, we're also redoing the interior of the dining room. So it's gonna be a
Yeah.
3-week project.
Okay, who's diving in?
I make a motion that a certificate of appropriateness be granted for 2021-058A as presented.
Anybody second?
Second.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
So passed.
Thank you.
Congrats.
Thank you.
Get your paintbrush out. Case 2021-061A at 7450 McCormick Boulevard. Gary Gungenberg. It's a commercial addition.
Staff has no concern.
Are they here? Okay, skip over.
Fine.
No show.
Not present.
All right. Are you guys here both for the last case? Or is that, Bob, you got nothing else going on. We're gonna go right to the last case then. Case number 2021-062A, 9234 to 9240 Skokie Boulevard, Gendel, WN Skokie LLC, Wild Forks Foods.
Staff has no concerns with the design.
So this is on Skokie Boulevard.
This is the mattress store at Skokie and Grosse Pointe.
Yeah, it's been a mattress store forever. Okay, that's the one thing you see, right? It's it's right across the street from the restaurant there, seafood place, Boston. No.
Bonefish.
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 Yeah. Okay, sure, yeah.
How do you do?
Good. I do great.
Thanks for seeing us today.
Sure.
The base building stays exactly the way it is. The burnt reddish color is the existing ephes, which we're just gonna repaint. And the masonry stays the same. There is discussion, hopefully it's acceptable to you all, that the horizontal bands in the masonry, which is the blonde brick, that color may change to match the wood-like entrance where you see the sign. So it'd be kind of looking like what you have behind you in a walnut laid out horizontally. And the material is gonna look like wood and wear well.
So this is going to be a restaurant?
No, it's a gourmet frozen food grocery.
Oh,
store.
okay.
So it's meats and fish and poultry, competitive with Costco, but also Delmonico steaks.
But
you
this
know.
is, but it's all frozen?
It's all frozen, yes, yes, sir.
Never heard of it.
Yeah.
Matt, could you blow that up a little bit? That's better.
Since you gave us the opportunity to make comments on the masonry stripes, if you did all of those in wood, it would be stripes and it would look really kind of out of place. If you did one or two, maybe one just above at the lintel of the window,
Okay.
and maybe somewhere else, maybe halfway down like a water line, it would be much more, it seems like it would tie everything together a little bit better than every horizontal strip.
Well, how would you feel about losing the horizontal strips on the masonry? We could finish it with knock-call so that it matches the blonde brick that's existing.
So I'm just a little confused. Do we have a picture of the existing building?
I do.
I mean, one that Matt can throw up. Was there one in the package, Matt?
No, but I can,
And really, I don't wanna create a big, yeah,
That's
you
okay,
can see it
Joe.
from, I don't wanna
We've got until
create a big
8:16,
thing.
don't we, Matt?
However,
No.
when you said that and I pictured
Here,
stripes,
let me see what you got.
blonde brick with dark brown stripes.
Never mind.
Want to make an airplane?
No, he'll throw it up on, Google.
Yeah.
The, just blonde brick with the brownish stripes just seemed like it was a little busy, and it wasn't,
I
it's really
understand.
more of a.
You know, the designers were asking me, I said, well, I'll ask it as a sidebar.
So it's existing,
It's existing, correct.
those horizontal
Yes,
stripes, Joe?
they're there.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's like,
It's, honestly,
I think what he's about to do is gonna be much better than this.
absolutely,
Yeah.
and it's a perfect spot, and what you've done is a.
Perfect
a
spot, it's a
perfect-
trophy location, can't you
Yes.
see it right
Yeah.
there?
Yeah, thank you. We love your community.
Well, you've done a good job of creating a
Nice steaks
billboard.
and fish.
Yeah.
Please.
I mean, you've done a good job of buying and creating a billboard, so, by putting those stripes on, it kind of takes away from the impact of what that corner, what you're trying to do. But if you took, did it with a little finesse, maybe a little bit on the top, a little on the bottom, whatever. I don't have a problem either way, it's just you had mentioned it, and, take a close look at it.
Okay.
How that goes into and I'm gonna stay
Yeah,
away
no,
from the, I'm
no,
gonna
no,
stay away
no,
from the,
no, he who speaks
are
the
you
most though
open to
gets to
that?
make the motion.
are you agreeable to that?
Yeah, certainly. So I'm basically hearing if we work with the existing stripes, work with the horizontal above the lintel and maybe another one, so maybe a couple continuous, but,
Yeah.
it's more of a designer question, which we hadn't quite settled on.
Yeah.
I mean, the short answer is, could we please just leave it the way it is, refinish the
Yeah,
ephes,
you're
and then over the entrance, you know,
You're definitely
put a board.
improving it. but-
And, yeah, and if I have to do the, motion, that's how I would do it, but I would say if you're, you know, I would give you the option to
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, more
minimize
flexibility.
the impact of the horizontal stripes is all it would be.
Okay, thank
So
you.
Joe, do the
That's fair.
motion and,
I make a motion that
Word that all in there.
certificate of appropriateness be granted for case number blah, 2021-062A, as presented with the option of minimizing the horizontal stripes in the masonry.
Thank you, that's fair. Thank you.
A second.
all in favor?
Aye.
All right, so passed. Great, thank you very much.
Great, thank you very much.
All right, so just before we adjourn, for the matter of the record, I show us as having 3 no-shows, is that accurate?
No, you don't. We'll send you that.
Was it
I
two?
counted, was the first one a no-show, Mike?
Well, no, that's, I count.
One commercial and one residential.
Oh, I looked at it wrong. All right, so it is 2. It was,
I had two, 56A,
56A and 61A.
61A.
Okay. And Matt, you hadn't had any conversations with these people, or?
No, but the commercial one is just a vestibule. You know, it's just an addition to the entrance.
Okay.
It's a minor, you know, I hope that you can bring that forward. I really can't speak to the residential one.
You don't have like 5 or 6 minutes to fill?
You're the over.
Okay, with that, all that said, thank you, everybody. I was really expecting this to be a lot longer. You guys did a great expeditious job. So thank you. So the meeting is adjourned.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
Sorry I was
And then,
late.
don't know if there's confirmation on a September meeting date yet?
September 1st.
It is confirmed?
Yes.
Okay, was there a confirming email about September 1st, or was
Carrie
still gathering information?
I think everyone we need, you know, we got a quorum to respond, so.
With or without you?
Yeah.
No, I believe I got it in my calendar with a question mark. Okay, good. So it's there. All right, great. Thank you very much.
We'll send out an email.
Okay. Okay, thank you very much. Signing off.
All right.
Which one is it these?